Okay, just want to make sure that I am live. So I'm just going to wait for, yep, there we go. Okay, hey everybody. So, surprise, I'm here again. I just wanted to do a video that I'll go over here in a moment. But so glad to be here and have so many people at this time to show up. That's amazing. So, I want to do some hellos and then we'll go over what we're going to do today. And I just see people keep coming in. That's wonderful. So I didn't know if I'd have anybody show up or not, but I got up from my nap and I was like, you need to do another live, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do it on. So thank you all for being here, and I promise it'll be heartwarming. It'll be fun. It's in different stages. Let me say hello to everybody first, though. All right, Lisa Rhodes was here before anyone. Double bubble, yes, yes, correct. So thank you for being here, Lisa. And most of you were here earlier for my earlier live that I did for the readings for the power animals. So thank you for that, for coming back. Jackie Jacaranda is the lady behind all the madness that you see right here, who takes care of everything. And she is here. We have Miss Viviani, our power moderator. Thank you, Viviani, for being here. We have Teresa. Hey, hugs to you. Marsha Green is here. So hello, Marsha. Welcome. I'm so glad I haven't seen you in a little while. So it is awesome to see you. Beatrice, you were here this morning. Lisa, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate that. Just adjusting the camera a little bit. Noor is here. Hi, Noor. Welcome. All right, and let's see. Samantha's here. You were here this morning. Hey, Samantha. Or was it this afternoon? It depends on where you were, right? Okay, and I think it's more afternoon. Marge, you're here. No, I just started, Marge. You're right on time. You just started. So thank you for being here. You were here this morning. I appreciate that. Light 777 is here. I have not seen you in a little while. It is great to see you. Sharp Lisa is here. Hey, Sharp Lisa. Thank you for coming again. I know you were here this morning. Karen Johnson was here this morning and is here again. Hi, Karen. And let's see, I think we're good. That is where we're at right now. So fantastic. Have a lot of awesome people here in the chat. So I have no script today, guys. You know, I like to stay by my itinerary. So I'm just going to be doing this off the top of my head. So what I wanted to do is I was looking around YouTube and I saw a VR that I wanted to do. And as you can see, it is decks that I had a moment with in 2022, right? So, and I said I don't have it in itinerary. I do have my decks written down though that we're going to go over. So I was like, I want to do a live on this because I think it would be awesome to do live and get feedback of all the cards, the decks that I show. And yeah, it's the first part is dedicated to my mom. So, it's not to be sad or anything like that, but it's just to celebrate her leaving this earth and becoming, pain free, and for getting a brand new brain that's not all messed up from disease. She did have Alzheimer's. So, this is a celebration. All right, this is a celebration for her, the first part. And the second part, I'm going to use, or not use, but show you some decks that, have impacted me, throughout the year. And just lots of good stuff. Okay. And then a couple of funnies on the way. If you saw, there will be a special appearance at the very end from the possum. I had to do it. So we will put it in there. So you have to stay to the end if you want to see the special appearance from the possum. And I'm just going to shuffle them and just whenever it comes, it comes. I've already been surprised by him once today. So that is where we're at. So let me just start saying hello to a couple more people who came in. Courtney is here. Hey, Courtney. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I think that's it unless I scrolled. Let me make this bigger so I can see you guys. All right, awesome. And yes, Jackie is on American time. So most definitely on American time. And she is on holiday right now. So I'm so happy to have her here this late at night in the UK. So let's get started, shall we? And you guys can hear me okay, correct? I want to make sure that you can see me good. If somebody could let me know if you can hear me okay, all right? And I will get the first deck. And again, these are decks that I had a moment with my mom. And then we'll get to the other ones in just a couple minutes. We can hear you. Okay, thank you, Courtney. All right, awesome. So the first deck that I wanted to show you that I have had a moment with is probably my favorite Oracle deck. This is Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers, right? And this deck is magic to me. It just really is. And I love, everything about this deck. It gives you mantras. So it's like a mantra deck. Take a step back, right? And it says, thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what is not serving me. So it's like a mantra that you can put, up and then read the rest of the day, right? Take time to breathe. And then it has some of the archangels in it. There's Archangel Raziel. One of my favorites, Archangel Ragiel. This is one of my favorite pictures. And I just want to get to a certain one here and show you how this impacted my mom. So a short story, my mom was passing away on January 1st, and she lasted till the 6th. And she was in a coma for that part of time, January 1st to January 6th. So that does classify as 2022. And I showed her a couple of cards and she just latched onto them of this deck. And this is while she was in a coma. She wasn't in a full coma, I guess you could say, because she could move her hands a little bit, but that was it. There was no eye movement or anything like that at this time, right? But there was two cards in this deck that I let her hold, and I put them in her arm. I read them to her, and I put them in her hand, not her arm, put them into her hand. And she grasped hold of these cards so fast that she was just shaking, trying to hold them and trying to put them up to her face so that she could maybe, see. It was one of those efforts. This is the Archangel Raphael. This is the angel of healing. So she grasped hold of this thing. I thought she was going to tear the card in half because she was trying to hold onto it so tightly. It says, thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. And see, I believe my mom was already in transition at this time. So I believe that half of her had already transitioned into the next level, into whatever is out there after the afterlife, right? And the other one that she held on to and would not let go. She would not let go of this one. This is the Archangel Orion, and it's manifesting miracles. All right. And it says, thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. And I just let her know that she's going to the next world, and it's going to be miracle after miracle of the people that she's going to see, that the people she's missed, her mom, and they're all there to greet her. So this deck was very, very special to me, and will always be with how it touched my mom during that time. Okay, and I have a few more to say, and again, not to sound like I'm like this is a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. So I hope you guys can see that. So that's the first one there. Let me eavesdrop on chat. I like doing that. So let's see. Everybody's saying hello. We'll make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. No, not the possum. Yes, the possum's making an appearance, Lisa. All right. Ringtail possums. Oh my gosh, Samantha. I need to stay away from that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That sounds horrible. All right. Yeah, I don't like possums. All right. Oh, you're in Australia. Okay. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. That's awesome. I know it must be the morning. It's Tuesday morning, right, Samantha? Is it around 10:30, 11:30, 12:30? I know you guys have different time zones as well over there. And let me see here. Jackie likes the angels. Those two cards need to be with you when you sleep so you can talk to her. Ooh, Lisa. Okay. I'm going to do that. Thank you so much. What a great idea. What a great idea. That is awesome. Wish there was a possum emoji. I'm so thankful there's not. That would ruin. I'd just be staring at them the whole time going like this. Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Wow. Okay, you guys are a little bit ahead of the 12-hour mark. All right, wonderful. So glad you're here, Samantha, and all of you. All right, so let's get to the next deck. Let me see here. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat there on StreamYard, make sure I could see it. Okay, awesome. So the second one is a very similar deck and a very similar experience. I used the first couple of decks with my mom before she was passing. This is also one that I used with her. This is The Angel Guide by Kyle Gray, the same author of Angel Prayers. This is another one of my favorites. And these are the ones, if you are ever on Jane's channel, she uses these a lot. They have the orange backs like this with the angel wings there. Okay. And just really pretty cards. Really beautiful, pretty cards. I'll just show you a few here. And then let me get to the one that I want to look at with you. So I put these cards out and just randomly put them out for my mom and put her hand on top of them, right? And this is during the same time when she was in the half to third coma, whatever you want to call it. But her hand was moving. Her hand was moving and she stopped on a particular card. And I want to show you that card right now. Give me just a moment. Sometimes she hides in the back, no? And I had asked earlier to my mom telepathically if she would be my guardian angel. And she said yes, by raising her hand and my hand up in the air. She said yes. And this is what her hand landed on. Her hand landed on the guardian angel. So that's why this deck I had a serious moment with, and I was crying, and it was just a really good experience to know that she was halfway gone, but she was halfway with me too still. All right, so that is the Angel Guide. Come on, let's be nice about the possum. Yeah, I know a lot of people just love possums. I don't know what it is. I had a bad experience when I was a kid. That's why I don't like them. So, yeah. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. Yes, I screamed in my office in the middle of a call center with about 100 some people in there, and they all turned around and looked at me like I was insane because somebody put a stuffed possum underneath my desk knowing it would freak me out, and I screamed to high heaven. So anyway, that's the possum story. Let's take a look at another one here. This one, boom, is the mystical moments. And I also had a moment with my mom. This was when I was reading for her. She never knew that I was a tarot reader until right before she passed. Until, she went into the place where she was not talking any longer, let's just say. She went for 6 days without food or water, but they had her comfortable, and it was comfortable on medicine. She wasn't hungry or anything like that. It was, medicine that, basically to, be pain free. So I'm so glad that she had that. So the mystical moments, I read a specific card for her, and I want to show you that card. But this is a beautiful deck. Just beautiful deck. And I call this my mom deck because it just really reminds me of my mom and of my grandma. Just all kinds of, here's the full, or is that the hanged one? That's the hanged one. And it just reminds me of them so much. And it really is a beautiful deck. Here's the devil. She's even pretty. So what I want to show you, I'll get to it in just a minute here. You guys just keep on chit-chatting with each other. Okay, so this was one. She had the 10 of Wands, and I could tell that it was almost time for her to go, the completion of the 10 of Wands, and I said, Mom, it's like you're still having a burden. You still have things on your back that are still bothering you. And I said, I know it's us kids. You don't want to leave us. And I said, I understand that completely, but we will be okay. And so I drew that card for her. And then I drew another card. Of course, it's going to be like near the bottom. Here it is. The 5 of Cups. If you see, there's 3 cups in the water, and then there's 2 upright. Now, I knew that she had 2 guardian angels, possibly 3. But I believe these are the guardian angels here. But look, she's looking down and she's looking at the 3. I have 2 siblings. So it was us 3 that she was looking at and saying, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to leave. But she had something great that was waiting for her. And that was my grandma and also my grandpa, Colette. I really believe that they were there waiting for her. And I told her it was okay, that we would blossom on our own and we would do that for her. So that is the mystical moments and why that deck I had a moment with. All right. Hey, Sheila, good to see you too. All right. Yeah, the spider legs. All right, give me just a moment here. We're just catching up. Oh, Lisa's going to start to do lives. That's awesome. I would love to see that, Lisa. Love to see you do that. If you need any help, let me know and send me an email, okay? Sip, sip, everybody. So the next one we got, Carol Bowen. Oh, my God. Hi, sweet Carol. So Carol and I work together, and this is the first time that she's ever been in one of my lives. So Carol, welcome. Have you been in any lives before? Have you ever chatted before, Carol? We used to work together for well over 2 years. So she is a wonderful, wonderful person. So please would make her be welcome. Oh, Amanda Carroll is here too. Another new one. So welcome, Amanda. So glad you're here. Right, so we're going over decks that I had a moment with in 2022. Right, so another one that I had a moment with was this Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And let me know if you have these, decks when you're in the chat. Let me know if you have any of these and what you think of them. If you're connected with them, not connected with them. So this is just an absolutely gorgeous deck. There's the Empress. And the one I want to show you is the Judgment card. I'm going to show you some. They're all goddesses, but they're not goddesses that you would be able to find in mythology. They are all made up goddesses. This is one of my favorite. And I love this moon goddess because she looks completely different than any other, female would ever look in any other tarot deck. And there's a lot like that. And it embraces every shape and size, age. It doesn't matter. It just embraces everyone. And that is really special about this deck. Another thing about this deck is it calls to me like crazy. And I thought that it was just going to be the first part when I had it, that it was going to do that. No, it just keeps on calling and calling and calling me. And I love using it. And this is funny because there are 2 cards. I pulled the 6 of Swords for my mom as she was passing. And I'm like, Mom, it's time to move on. It's time to move somewhere else. This is a card usually about someone in a boat going somewhere, but this lady is just sitting here in like a desolate area. And I said, it's okay for you to move on and for you to go, and go to heaven, go to the next stage. And, it just was one card right after another. And this is the one I was actually looking at, and that just happened to be beside it. This is the Awakening card, and I know this is my mom. And when I showed it to her, I was like, Mom, this is you. And again, I don't know if she saw me or not, but I said, Mom, this is you being such a strong lady. You can understand, you can go through anything, and this is going to be a wonderful experience for you going to the other side. So that's the Intuitive Night Goddess. It calls more than any of my other decks do, and it reads like a dream. I love the way it reads. Very positive. Again, let me show you. Got to show you the Sun card. Look at the Sun card. Look how different that lady looks. She's beautiful. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, but you wouldn't see a whole lot of people saying that, would you? But she embraces so many of us who don't look like a model or anything like that, right? So I love that about this deck. Okay. Thank you guys for making Amanda and Carol feel so welcome. There goes the camera again. I'm eavesdropping on you guys. Coming into computers. Yeah, Lisa, just let me know if you need any help, okay? And if you see me looking down, especially Carol and Amanda, I look down to see the chat. So I'm actually seeing what you guys are writing, okay? All right. There's that one. And let's move on. Let's take a little sip, everybody. That's one of our regular things that we do here. I'm missing a word, but... And Carol is also one of the first people that I read for outside of YouTube. So she's very special to me. Sip, yes. Next up, make sure I have these in order. So the next 2 are actually after my mom passed. So this was after January 6th, because that's when she passed. I know you're seeing a lot about my mom, but this whole year has been about my mom. So that's why I'm dedicating this part to her. And then the next parts, we'll just have some fun looking at some of the other decks that touched me for different reasons. Okay. Oh, thank you, Carol. I'm glad. Yep, only need one more to make it to 600. All right. So yeah, if you guys are watching on replay, if you are, just lurking back there, that's awesome. But please hit the subscribe button for me, because it just helps me to get to where I want to be. And that's by having more viewers, you're able to reach more people. Excuse me for the cough. I know that whenever I get a tickle like that, there's something that needs to be said or listened to. So I got that. That was a very strong tickle there. Love you, Jackie. For entertainment purposes only. Yes. Can we get it ready? All right, I am ready. All right, give me just a moment here. This one is one that I took to the cemetery, and it was the first time second time I had been there, and I took her coat and I laid her coat out. It was cold. It was in January of last year, and I put the Lightseers deck. And many of you know this deck. This is a great deck if you are starting out. Oh my God. Perfect for starters. So, Carol, I don't know where you're at in your practice if you have a lot of tarot decks, but if you don't have a lot, this right here is amazing. And you can get it on Amazon for very cheap, like under 25 bucks for sure. So I was laying out cards there in the cemetery, and one card came out, and I just got so fixated on it because I knew it was a message from my mom, and that is the Six of Cups. And usually you see like a little boy and a little girl, and one is handing a thing of flowers to the other, and it's all about nostalgia, right? And remembering your childhood, remembering who you are, your inner child, right? And making sure that you get rid of all the bad things that happened, maybe when you were a kid, and turn them into good things. That's what the Six of Cups means. But look at this Six of Cups. This Six of Cups. Sorry, I got distracted by Facebook there. This Six of Cups right here looks exactly like I did when I was a little boy on top. And then there's a dog. We had a dog that looked just like that. And then you see the man that he's grown into today with the gray hair. That's me minus about 100 pounds. Okay. So there's the first haha moment of the day or of the night. So when I saw this, I know that she was telling me not to forget her, not to forget the memories that we made, the times that we had together when I was young, because being young was all about my mom. I got teased a lot when I was in school. I got bullied a lot, and my mom was fierce. She did not let that go. If she ever found out that somebody was mean to me, a lot of times I hid it and wouldn't tell her, because she would go after the parents and be like, you need to control your child. They're doing this, this, and this. Or she'd go to the principal. She was very, very much in my corner and fiery when she needed to be. Okay, so when after she passed again, I think this is the last one that is dedicated to mom. Yeah, so this is the last one. Let me move over a little bit. You'll look into that, Carol. Awesome. Amanda Carroll and Carol Bowen. Awesome. You love cemeteries. Yeah, I'm actually really proud, Amanda, of the tombstone that we have for her. And a lot of people might think that's weird, but it's not, because it's a memorial to her, showing her legacy. Right. So we have that on her tombstone. We have, I forget exactly what it says, I know, but I just can't think of it right now. But a bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck is what she would always say to my sisters. And she would always say to me, I love you to the moon and back. So we put all of that on her tombstone. And we also put a cardinal on there because she absolutely loves cardinals. So that will come into play in a minute here. This is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. Let me show you this one. Okay. And I didn't care for this one too much. But what happened was I asked my friend Ginger, who is not in here, but that's okay. She comes into the chat a lot of times. I asked my friend Ginger to give me a reading from my mom. And what she came up with out of this deck was just awesome. And it made me absolutely love this deck. So I'll show you a few of these. It really is a pretty deck. I don't know why I didn't connect with it at first, but I didn't. But now I absolutely love it. And you can see like fire is the wands. Warrior Girl, hey, how are you? Did I reach 600? Thank you, guys. Yay, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for doing that for me. Let's see. These look like they're in order. So I think it's this one. Yep. Okay. So this is what she pulled for me. Is in a regular Rider-Waite deck, or like the Light Seers, it would be the 9 of Wands. This is the 9 of Fire. And she pulled this and she said, "Oh, Scott," this is what Ginger said to me. She said, "Look at your mom. She is looking at you and seeing you as a star, and she is giving you gifts beyond measure." And right after that, I began to do readings. I began to hear things, see things, mainly hear, mainly being clairvoyant and just having the voice come and speak out of me. Not anything like The Exorcist, I promise, but in a good way, so that I could help people on my channel. So this was a huge card in her explaining what gifts that my mom has left for me, and she definitely has. She speaks through me, I believe, and I believe she's right here with her hand right here on my shoulder. And that's, that's just what I choose to believe, but I know it. But again, for entertainment purposes only. But guys, it's just uncanny, all the messages that were sent. All right, so there's that one. I have the Secrets of Tarot and the Goddess deck. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would go for the Light Seers for sure, Carol. Get the chat back up here. Why is it good for beginners, Marge? Because the illustrations are really on point and will really show you exactly what the tarot means. And it has a wonderful guidebook, so you can look up what each of the cards mean. And it has a book about the size. So it's a nice, and you can tell I've been looking in this one because you'll see the highlighted portions there. But I've got the other one highlighted like crazy, the Light Seers, because there's so much good information in there. So it will really help you with the tarot. And I don't know anybody who I don't know Chris Sand, the author of the Light Seers. I'm just showing this as part of my, my tribute to 2022 and the decks that spoke to me. So yeah, it's on Amazon. It's a great deck. Thank you, Jackie. Yes, her name was Betty. All right. You're welcome, Marge. So the next one I have, get these mixed up, is one that you guys be very familiar with if you were here today. And that is the Cosmic Creatures. And the Cosmic Creatures came to me this year. And it is really awesome. It's got beautiful animals in it. The way that they're like photographed or drawn, I'm not sure which. But it has all kinds of. It's by Mystic Mondays. Grace Duong, I think is her name, who came up with this. She did the Mystic Mondays tarot deck. I'll show you a few of these here. These were some that were pulled out this morning when I was giving people their power animals, which we do every Sunday around 3 p.m. We pull power animals for the week for you. So if you're interested in that, come by on Sundays. And I want to show you, there's a toucan. Isn't that pretty? I want to show you the cardinal because, like I said, the cardinal is my mom's favorite bird, favorite animal, everything. Was a red cardinal, and she loved the color red. So I want to show you the cardinal because that is definitely one that I pulled out. I was getting ready to give everyone their power animals, I think, for the first time. And I decided to pull one for myself before I started. And of course, I pulled the cardinal. And it says it's a message from a loved one is what it says. Message from a loved one from heaven that you're not alone, that you're always with me. So that's the cardinal there. All right. So that is the tribute to my mom. Thank you, Mom, for being with me. And thank you guys for sharing this time with me with the tribute to Mom. Now we're going to step into the cards that I had a moment with in 2022 that were not related to my mom, but were related to everything, to like something different. Again, sorry if I have a little stuttering. When I get emotional, sometimes it happens. The ADHD kicks in, and the little autism on the spectrum kicks in a little bit, and sometimes my words get scrambled. So thank you guys for bearing with me. All right. What is a TARP reading, Courtney? I'm not sure what that is. If you would like to get a reading with me, you can go down under the description, and there is my email. So just send me an email and let me know what your email is, and we could possibly set something up. Okay. All right. But my email is in the description down below. I'm eavesdropping on you guys. You're welcome, Marge. Sip, sip. Yes, sip, sip, everybody. Lisa, yeah, exactly. The illustrations help with the meanings that match in the book. Yep. Nice dry cider. Interesting. Yeah, Jackie's put that in there. Thank you. One of your favorite birds, Warrior Girl. I like that yours is red too, your little profile pic. I have crow friends been bringing home meat straight from work. Happy birds. Oh, you got crows? Are they like hanging around in your yard? It's pretty cool. I think I will do. Yep, let's do this one next. This one was such a surprise because, as probably all of you know, I am a member of the LGBTQ plus community. I don't advertise it all the time because that's just, a part of me. It's not who I am as a person. It's part of who I am as a person, but it's not everything. But I had the Gay Tarot, I got the Pride Tarot, and I was looking for a deck that was like me, that had fantastic colors and rainbows and all kinds of glittery stuff that I love. And there just wasn't anything out there that I could find, at least. And then a new deck was released, and it is the Queer Tarot. And I'm telling you, when I first saw this, and I got it in 2022, I think the date's on here somewhere. I don't see it, but I did get it in 2022 around June. So it was around LGBT Q plus June, the month now that is dedicated to us. And let me show you. The inside is really cool. It reminds me of RuPaul's Drag Race. It has nothing to do with RuPaul. And then there's another box in the box, which is really cool. Yes, Viviani, I do use a pendulum. I have one on right now that Thalma, who is part of the chat a lot of times, gave me. And I use this. So I don't know if you can see all the colors. It's a rainbow pendulum. So I do use that from time to time. Just looking at you guys here. My dad's friend is a professional photographer for local paper. Oh, cool. That's your profile pic. Okay. That's awesome, Warrior Girl. All right. So these are the backs. A lot like the cover here in the box. And this deck, as soon as I saw it, I was in love with it. Just completely loved. There's finally people like me that were being represented in a tarot deck. And I just connected so much. These are very non-binary. Every type of shape, size, color, everything is in this deck. Okay, you can see the Emperor here is transgender. You can see the scar there where they've had the operation. It's just fantastic. And look at all the colors. The colors are just bursting out. And I want to show you my favorite card in this deck. It's not this one, but I do like that one. Look at this chariot as well. She's in a wheelchair. Isn't that fantastic? Okay. So there's one I want to show you that just made me laugh so hard. It's got to be my favorite one in this deck. So I want to show it to you. It's the Queen, I believe, of Swords. But let me take a look. Yep, here we go. The King, excuse me. It's the King of Cups. And I love this King of Cups. Boom. Look at that. Look at all the color in that. Isn't that awesome? Look at that long orange boot. Like, I would not want to mess with this person. No, thank you. But they've got their emotions under control and they're putting their foot down. That's what the King of Cups is. The King of Cups is in control of their emotions. Whatever happens, it doesn't faze them because they're staying in their own power in the now instead of worrying about the past, worrying about the future. They're staying in the now. And it's all about equanimity and believing that, you know, you're here for a reason. And that you can handle anything that is, you know, given to you. No matter how much you might not like somebody, they're in your life for a reason. And the King of Cups understands that. But I love that orange boot. It's just badass to me. So that is the Queer Tarot. And this is on Amazon as well. I think all of them are so far. Kinky Thigh Boots. Yeah, yeah. You say rainbow, Jackie. That's so cool. Like Peter Max. I don't know who Peter Max is. Who is Peter Max, Amanda? Viviani put something on here that is really important. I want to see if, well, I can't highlight anything because of StreamYard being StreamYard. All right, but Viviani says, let me find it again here. I thought it was Viviani. No, I'm sorry. It's Lisa. Lisa was talking to Mars. She says, that is what is important too. I think you must connect with the cards. Yes, that's very important. Feel the vibration off them. Yes, sometimes I don't use cards and can feel what is needed. Absolutely. That's what empaths can do. You can hear it. You can hear it. You can see it in your dreams. And I use those a lot in my readings as well. If I have a dream or I don't remember my dreams a lot recently. But one thing that I do is I can see a lot in my third eye. So when I close my eyes and really meditate and try to just, you know, not expect anything, just instead just gaze into my third eye, and that's right up in here. So I just close my eyes and I move my eyes up to the top so that they're seeing what is right up in here. And a lot of times a shape or a form will take place. I'm seeing right now just a beautiful, looks like a windmill going around. So I believe that's us and all the cool people that are in the chat, right? That is for you guys. We have a cool crew here with the windmills. Don't know Peter Max either. Yes, so scares you doubts. Yeah, we all have doubts, and I've only been into tarot for 2 years, Lisa. That's it. That's it. So, yeah. Yeah, watch more readers and it'll give you more confidence. Absolutely. All right, so let's move on to the next one. And thank you guys again for being here. Very happy with the turnout, with you guys spending your night with me, your evening. all 12 of you fantastic people. The next one I want to show is the Tarot of the She. Now, this one is special to me because I do a competition every year, sometimes twice a year. I think I did it twice in 2022, and this is the one that came out on top as the best deck that I have. And I have a little over 100 decks, so no, I can't repeat that. But I have a little over that many decks, and I do a competition with them so I can look at the cards and be familiar with them and say, okay, I like this card over this one. It doesn't mean I like the deck better, but then I take the winner and they go, and they compete against another deck that has won their match. It's a lot like the NCAA tournament. This one always wins. It's the Tarot of the She, where it comes really close, but it's the current champion, you could say. This deck is just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. You see the star card? I love the drawings on here. They are magical. They just come out so beautiful. And I don't even mind the black borders. I like them, in fact. I know some people cut them off. I don't mind at all. And this is the 10 of Wands. You can see him holding up. He's actually the ground, and he's holding up the people, which is just incredible. This Emily Carding, I think, is the author or the creator. See the Hermit pointing to the island where he's going to be alone. I want to go there. Show you just a couple more of these. Here's the backs. This really cool. The Judgment card. I'll show you one more. Here's the Devil. It's actually Pan. All right, so that is the Tarot of the She. What was that? I don't know. I don't remember. Lisa, my short-term memory is shit. It's just shit. So I apologize. I'm not sure what was so funny. Carol's back. Good to see you, Carol. And this is also on Amazon. Yeah, Tarot of the She, and it's spelled S-I-D-H-E, just like Jackie has it right there. And you can get it on Amazon, but it's pronounced She. This is Carol's granddaughter. Oh, I forgot your name. Oh my gosh, I know your name, but I forgot it. Tell me what your name is, Carol's granddaughter. You love watching. Oh, is it? Oh my gosh, I know your name. Presley. Yes, Presley just got subscribed. Ah, yes. Thank you, Carol, for bringing Presley on with us. That is awesome. It's Presley. Yes, I remember as soon as I saw that name, because your grandmother loves you a whole lot, Presley, and talks about you all the time in good ways. In good ways, I promise. But you are very well loved, my dear. Most definitely. So the next one, which is kind of ironic of what we were just talking about here, she has her own gifts. That's fantastic. That's just fantastic. I love that. Hello. All right. So this is the Whispers of Love. So it kind of goes about what we were saying with Carol having that unconditional love for her granddaughter. This is the kind of deck that talks about that. So this is the Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. It's also on Amazon. And again, I don't get anything from Amazon or anybody for showing you these. These are just ones that stood out and I had moment with. So I'm going to show you just a couple of cards, and then I'll show you the one I had the moment with. So that's like the cover card there. This artwork is just absolutely stunning. It's like in a league of its own. is so gorgeous. There's one, New Love. Here it is. So this is my favorite card, and I had a moment when I saw this card. I was like, oh my gosh. Either if you're single and happy like I am, or you're single and looking, this card can change. Or even if you're in a relationship and you're not with the right person yet, right? This will change exactly what it just puts things in a whole new perspective. Act as if your partner is already here. How fantastic is that? Act as if your partner is already here. Because when you do that, I was talking about it this morning, you put things in a whole different realm, right? You act completely different. I know I do. And once I saw this card, I was like, you know what? I need to act more authentically. And that's something that I've been striving to do, but this can really change. If you act like your perfect partner is already here, you'll manifest that person. I really believe that. So I'll show, Presley really likes these. I'll show a couple more. Look at her hair in this one. Isn't that beautiful? It's kind of like a staircase, right? It's a maze. Her hair is actually a maze. And it says, slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. So you got to slow down to get through the maze, right? So that is the Whispers of Love. Let's eavesdrop. Carol loves those. Great. Loves those. Awesome. I don't know what that means, Jackie. 620212. I'm confused, but that's okay. Amanda says bitchin'. Okay. Yes, act and be your authentic self. Exactly, Courtney. Absolutely. The next one is one that I had wanted for a long time, and then I just finally bit the bullet and went ahead and got it. And I'm so glad I did, because we need this kind of diversity in tarot and oracle. This is the Afro Goddess tarot deck, and she also has an oracle that she has as well. And I want to get that. I don't have it yet, but these are going to be available on Amazon. I don't think they are yet, but it has been. It was so popular that it's gone from Etsy to now Amazon. So I will show you the backs of these because they're beautiful. It's a map of the world there. Just trying to get it away from the glare. I'll just show just a couple of these. At the Magician, very Rider-Waite friendly, so also a good starting deck. It does have a book as well with it. I just love that it's different, and it, it speaks of minorities. So I love that. I'm a minority by being in the gay community, and so I really resonate with these cards. And again, this is a long awaited, I think, thing to have a deck like this. So that is the Afro Goddess. I'll finish up with this one. It's just beautiful. She's beautiful. The Chariot. Pushing forward, right? Always pushing forward. Starting that ignition. Making those things go, because sometimes you have to push in order for things to start. You have to turn that key first, right? And then I'll have to show you this one too. So, the Supreme reminds me of Diana Ross. So we got the Supreme. This is an extra card that comes in that deck. All right, so that's the Afro Goddess. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Carol. That's awesome. I want to stay over 600. Yes, I keep going backwards, and then I go forwards and backwards. So it is what it is. But sometimes Sometimes YouTube can take away your subscribers by accident, I think it is. It's just something, a little glitch with them. You respect them? Yeah, the rainbow? Absolutely. And I know that, Carol. Absolutely, I know that. Yes, Carol has made my day. Thank you. And again, it's not just to have the numbers. It's because I want to be doing this full time. I don't want to be listening to screaming customers like me and Carol have had to do for several years all the time. Instead, I want to be doing this with you guys. So that is why it's so important that I get my subscribers up, because eventually you can be monetized for, you know, having a large channel. So that is what I'm looking for and hoping to get there, so that maybe one day I can retire and not listen to the screaming people on the phone all the time. And it's not all the time, but we get a lot. All right. Thank you, Courtney. It was Presley who got me over. Awesome. See, I'm going to always remember that, Presley. You're the one who got me over 600. So thank you. Thank you. And here's one, Presley. I think you'll like this one as well. This is the Luna Soul Tarot. Okay, I think a lot of people will like this one. When I first saw it, it's like, okay, you know, it's cool. I like that it's cartoony and it's fun. But when I started reading with this thing reads like a dream. It just reads so well that the pictures on it just have this whole different outlook than what you get in the Rider-Waite. But I think it would be a good starter deck as well. Maybe a medium, like after you've got like your first 3 or 4, it would be a good one to have like that. Here's the High Priestess. All kinds of body images in this as well. Queen of Cups. There's a special card in here, Duality. See the dark and the light. And there's one I want to show you in particular. There's actually 2 in here. So give me just a moment. Oh, thank you, Cordy. I have asked Linda. I haven't heard back from her, and I'm not sure about Mel. I don't think I've seen him or her before, to be honest. But I am waiting to hear back from Linda G. So thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. And please carry on in the chat. This is not one I wanted to show. This is one of my favorites as well, with the Hanged Man. Trying to get there. Of course, it's going to be towards the end too. Okay, so one is the 4 of Pentacles, and this guy is holding all 4 pentacles, trying to get out of the door, and he can't because the key is on the ground and he's not going to let go of his money. So it's someone who's being uptight about money, and they're kind of transfixed by it, and it's ruling them so that they can't even get to the next phase of their life. So I love that. The dude is, here he is. So see, he's carrying the 4 pentacles and the door's locked. But here's the key right here, but he won't reach down and grab it because he doesn't want to lose his money. So, you know, sometimes people who have a lot of money can be kind of the ones who tip the less at the, you know, at the restaurant. We all know those people, right? But this is talking about that. And it's also about taking what you need and not taking more than what you need, but having just what you need in order to cross over into the next phase of your life. You know, I love that card. And there's the 6 of Swords in here. This is so fantastic. You know, the 6 of Swords usually is a lady who is in a boat, and they're going from one place to another, right? She's going from a place of hurt and just being distraught into a place of joy and love. But she's got to cross that water, and water is emotions, we all know. So she has to cross over those emotions to get there. Well, this one has swords that are in the water that she is jumping from one sword to the other. So this is not just a ride on a lake or a ride on a boat. This is her actually moving from one sword to the other. She has to be really careful. So it's moving to a place of discovery, away from a place that is no longer relevant in your life to a place that is. Okay. But nobody said it would be easy, right? This is saying it's not going to be easy, but you still want to get there, because guess what happens when you get here? You'll see it's so much worth it. And this is just speaking to me, myself. This card is speaking to me. That's why I love this deck. All right. So that is the Luna Soul. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Glad you're here. Thank you for sharing your New Year's with me, along with everybody else. VR of Special Moments decks. Yes. I think I saw that as one as well. Oh, thank you, Courtney. That would be great. All right, sip. Yes, let me get these up first. Now, just a couple more I want to show you. And then we will get to the Dreaded Arc, which has a card in it that is making a special appearance. And I'm just getting anxious just thinking about it. Carol, you might know that I was scared about possums because you worked there with me. I don't know if you heard me screaming that one day, because Michaela put a stuffed possum underneath my desk, and I felt it rubbing up against my ankle, and I looked down and there was a possum, and I went through the ceiling. I was screaming, and when I sneeze, it's very loud. Okay, so this girl who was on the phone, it was Rebecca. Rebecca was sitting there. She thought that I had sneezed. So what does she do? She picks up a tissue box and throws it, because she's on the phone, doesn't see where she's throwing, hits me in the head, and I scream again. So that's my possum story. That's one reason I don't like possums, so I have a whole thing about them. So I bought a deck and said, you know what? I'm going to conquer my fears. So that'll be the last one we look at. Next one is just a gem. It's just a gem. I found it. This is an indie deck, so you can't find this on Amazon. It is on Etsy, and it is the Star Seeker. So let me just, going to take me a minute to get this out here. Hey, is it Nivea? Nivea's here. Thank you for being here, Nivea. Or is it Nivra? Let me go back and look. I noticed that name, though. I don't see them in the chat, though. It could be my chat. But welcome if you're here. All right, give me one moment. I never promised you a rose garden. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you did hear me, Carol. I can imagine you and Rosa and everybody just being like, what the heck is going on here? What the hell? I put a post up in Possums and you commented on that. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Ew. Yeah, I remember that. Nivra. Okay, that's what I thought. Welcome, Nivra. Why am I doing it right before bed? Sending light and love to overcome your fear. It's the split second fear, and then it goes away. So I won't be dreaming of possums. It's not that bad. And I got them specifically to overcome my fears. So I believe that everything is here for a reason. So if you face your fears instead of running away from them, that makes things less fearful, I believe. We'll see. But this is the Star Seeker Tarot. And this is like butter right here. This cardstock is so nice. It's a rose petal finish. Okay, and they're reversible. You can see they're kind of gilded purple. I don't know if the purple's showing up, but it is purple. And I can just show you any of these because this is a very simplistic deck, but it's also just an amazing deck to work with. And this is the Star Seeker. Yeah, I don't know about actually seeing them in person yet. I have to actually get over seeing them in a card first. But thank you, Shark Lisa. You have some once in a while in your yard. Yeah. Yeah. So since everybody's commenting on it, what happened was, and that's the Star Seeker. What happened was I was small. I was probably like 8 or 9. And it was past my bedtime and my mom was letting me stay up. So I was on her lap and I woke up and she was gone. And so I was going through the whole house. I was like upset because I couldn't find her. You know, little kid, you need your mom at night. And I couldn't find her. So I went out into the porch. And when I went out onto the porch, because I had heard a gunshot. So I went out onto the porch and there was a possum with a hole in his head staring at me like this and went, bonk. Just like that. And it scarred me for life, probably. But I'm trying to get over it because maybe that's like a totem animal for me or something. I don't know. But hopefully not. But, you know, I'm trying to get over it. So there you go. Yeah, I think I said hi to you, Sharon, but in case I forgot, hello. And Grace is here. Hey, Grace. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so Sharp Lisa, you see now what I was getting at. I hope that's not too graphic. The next ones is actually 4 different decks, but they're by, I'm only going to show one because they're by the same author, and that's Radley Valentine. I love him. These are ones that were published under Doreen Virtue. Not going to go down that rabbit hole, but, you know, Doreen's not, you know, doing tarot any longer. Not going to go down it. But Radley Valentine created these with her, and now they're under his name. And there's the Archangel Power deck, the Angel Tarot, the Fairy Tarot, and the Angel Wisdom. So they're very similar, but I just love them. That's why I had to have all of them. And I got that in April of 21, but I've been using it all throughout the year because they have such good writing on the bottom. This shows you exactly like what the card means. So I think this would also be a pretty good like starter deck, but you would just need to know that some of the titles are a little bit different. And the thing that I like especially, and it's very positive. So the death card is actually release. Isn't that beautiful? I want to find one of the court cards. Okay. So what it does with the court cards are usually about the last that you memorize because they're the hardest to memorize. But like this is the Knight of Wands. And what Radley's done is he's put the definition of what a person would be like who is the Knight of Wands. So it says passionate, confident, charismatic, restless, events requiring immediate action, trust your instincts, stay focused, a passionate relationship. So just covers all kinds of things for the court cards. And here's like the Queen of Wands. She got the black kitty cat there and the sunflower. Oh, no, she doesn't have the sunflower. Oh, it's over the top. It's over the top there. But it says brilliant, talented, independent. There's nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. So just very positive affirmations on the bottom. And the court cards, which are still hard for me sometimes to remember, it gives great explanation, and that's in all his decks. So that is why I love Radley Valentine's decks. Now, I am going to very briefly, let's see where we're at. I might have to skip this one. Hold on one second. You enjoy hearing about the decks? Yeah, so glad you're here. I love that too. So I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I've ran it on neighbors that wanted to kill them. They've been educated. Yeah, I would not kill one. And the only reason why my mom did that is because they were eating the cat food. And back in the 80s, you know, you had different, she wouldn't have done it today. Not with me, because I would have said, no, don't do it. But yeah, it's all about being educated about it. Yeah, completely. Okay. So the next one, I will show you the bag, and that's all you're going to see. And the reason why is this is the St. Jinx Arcana, Divine Masculine. You can't even look at the cards because it is kind of a R-rated deck with a lot of men in it. But I've had a lot of fun, and not in a bad way, in a good way. Me and Jackie both have this deck, and we've had some fun with it. It's a really fun deck. And it's just hilarious, I think. But I will not show that because we are keeping it on a PG level tonight. All right, so the moment that you've all been waiting for. Let me eavesdrop first, and then I'll get out the arc. Make sure I've gone over all of them. Yep, we are good. All right, let's see. Sip, sip, everyone. So this right here is a mammoth deck. This is huge. And it has, I think, close to 200 cards in it. So it has a tarot deck and it has an oracle deck. This is by Bernadette King. And you can get this on Amazon. It is a little pricey, and I think it's worth every penny because the book is just fantastic. Like, it tells you the difference between spirit animals, totem animals, power animals. That's why I give you guys a power animal every week, is because of this particular deck, and this is the one I work with. So I just found new love for this deck, but this is the deck that has OPOSSUM in it. So we're going to mix up the cards and just let me show you a few. I know where it's at, but I'm going to try to not put it where I'm going to know. Yes, Carol, we're keeping it PG. Absolutely. All right. What movie is that? Oh, the birds. A bird that would try to bite you. Ooh. Yeah, Big Brother, they sometimes make them face their fears. And this one guy was terrified of birds, and they put him in a house, a little ginger. It's called the Gingerbread House. They put him in there, and he could win, you know, something for his for the house if he stayed in there. And there's all these birds around, just like watching him, and he was freaking out really bad. So let's look at some of the art cards, and there's a possum in here somewhere. So somebody got the meerkat today. So like, it has the meerkat and it has characteristics of them that you can use in your daily life. So it says group dynamics, discussion, effective leadership. The jellyfish is the Queen of Cups. So this is one of the tarot. Excuse my hat hair. You have a chicken. Excuse me, I am kind of tickle in my throat. You have a chicken that will attack. That doesn't sound nice at all. She's supposed to have been a pet. But she took her name to heart. And Annabelle, oh no. That is funny. Stag. There's all kinds of animals in here. Hoatzin. I don't even know what this is. I think some are from Australia. Samantha, if you're still here, you can tell us that. Well, some of these I don't know. Do you know the horse? And Jackie's favorite, we have the elephant. Walrus. I don't even like this card. The bat. I don't like that card because it reminds me of a flying possum. Don't like bats. Presley is a chicken whisperer. Interesting. Sharp Lisa, yeah, far more comfortable around, so am I, around animals than humans. Yeah, I am too. I don't know about birds, but definitely cats. And it's got even ones that, you know, people don't like getting, and it brings out the good in them. It says skunk, conflict avoidance, so avoiding conflict, discretion, and lunar energy. So the moon energy is what the skunk brings out. So it's not always, you know, something bad just because an animal gets a bad rap. They're all here for a reason. That's why Jesus. So sorry I cursed. Okay, so that is the possum. Oh my word. And sorry, Carol, if your granddaughter heard me curse. I was not. Whoa, that's terrible. Isn't that terrible? That's the most terrible card ever. Like, how can anyone think that that is cute? Oh, I do not want to have bad dreams, but I'm going to be okay because it's just on the card. This is why I don't like possums. Because every possum that I see. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried not to. Carol, I hope you're not mad. You're a moon enthusiast. No, it's not Darlene. Are you kidding me? You had a pet possum when you were 12 years old. Wow. Yeah, my first relationship, he had they didn't have one while they were with me, but they had a possum before and called it Jackie O Possum and let it sleep in its bed. Let it sleep in their bed, in the human's bed. I would be terrified, and I would not sleep with one. I'm just saying. Look who her grandmom is. Carol, I just wanted to make sure because the last thing I want to do is offend anybody. So, yeah, skinny panda bear. I'll show you a few of the other ones because they're just really cool. There's a discus fish. That's a big bad shark is the devil in this one. Somebody got this one today, the owl. If Samantha's still here, Samantha, do you know what this one is? Because I don't know what this one is. They eat possums? Ooh, no. No, 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 no. That sounds like a horrible idea. Jaguar. Roadrunner. Yeah, my apologies, Carol. That's me today, the shark. Yeah, the shark is a lot like the strength card, but it does represent the devil, I think, in this one. Cute little duck. Lisa, yes, you are an eel. I think I have it right here. There's Jackie. Here's your cute manta ray with the two little hands at the bottom. The rooster. These are the ones that I picked this morning. Here's some different ones. The hummingbird. Got a condor. Louisiana and Tennessee. Is that where you're from, Nibra? And the moose. Yeah, I've got the moose somewhere here. Here's the eel, which is actually, it's a little scary at first, but if you really look at it, this is a beautiful creature. Really is. It's like so unique from anything that's out there in our, in our lives. And I was told not to go swimming with them. Look at the cute puffin. Isn't that cute, Presley? I love the puffin. That's the full card. Know her stories. You were the manta ray, right? Got the loyal dog. No, I'm good, Sharp Lisa, but thank you so much for offering. We'll say no to that one. I'm just kidding. You saw what happened. The Clampus, yeah, I remember them too. All right, guys, so that's the last deck that I have. So I really appreciate you all being here. But good night, Grace. Yes, we're wrapping things up, so have a great night. And I hope you all have a great night. Thank you for spending, the last part of your New Year's Day with me. I appreciate that. And if you go onto the community tab underneath my channel, you will see when I'm going to do the next live pop-up. Not sure when, but I do always go live on Saturdays and Sundays around 3 o'clock. And we do a special on Saturdays. Sometimes I'll have somebody with me. And then on Sunday, we do the power animals. So you can see a lot of these that I didn't get to show today. All right. So thank you. Yes, this was fun. Namaste to everyone. And you're welcome, Sharp Lisa. Oh, no, Michelle didn't get a notification. Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. I did put it on the Scorpio Sun Tarot Lounge. So if you are in there, it will give you a notification. So if you're not sure how to get to that, just send me an email and I'll put you in, Michelle. It's on Facebook. As long as you have a Facebook profile, I can put you in there and then you'll get the notifications. Okay. All right. So that is all for now. And love you guys. Have a wonderful night. And thank you, Carol, for coming in. Thank you, Presley, for being here. All the new people. Thank you for subscribing and getting me over 600. I am blessed. All right. Guys, have a wonderful night. And see you soon. Bye-bye.